Sold.
Hello and welcome to the N&L show, episode 13. We've gone a whole year now. Amazing. This is Nathan, of course.
Hello, everyone.
And Louise from LJ Hooker.
One whole year.
Yes, one whole year.
Gee, it's gone quick.
It has gone quick. We've got the champagne to celebrate.
Yes. And we just had our 9-year wedding anniversary as well. Just bringing in all the anniversaries all in one go.
I know, all in one go, all in November.
Yes.
Very good. All right, shall we talk about the real estate market?
Let's do it.
Okay, what's happening?
So there's probably less sales activity. Buyers a little bit cautious with the interest rates going up. There's less buyers around, but the properties are still ticking over. That's my observation.
Okay.
And November's normally the busiest time of the year in terms of sales volume.
But it's not?
Not so far.
Okay.
Not looking in that way in the office.
It's the 16th, so it's halfway through the month.
Yeah, I mean, because we've got a big office there, you get a good indication of what's happening on the market.
Yeah.
And the sales are a little bit lean.
Okay. And what do you think that is?
Well, there's less stock, less to choose from, and less buyers. So there's just a bit less activity.
So just the uncertainty, not quite sure what's going on.
But in saying that, the prices are still going up.
Okay.
Because of the low supply.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And what do you think you'll start seeing coming into December? What's your thoughts?
December, we're going to see less listings come on.
Okay.
Because no one wants to put their home on during Christmas.
December, yeah.
But it's actually a good time to sell because your competition is less.
Okay.
There's less on the market, less competition. You still sell your property, and we can work around the settlement date so it doesn't inconvenience you too much during the holiday period.
Okay, cool. All right. So it's not all doom and gloom. There's still
absolutely not.
Something to look forward to and some good market share available.
The rental shortage is probably driving it.
Okay.
I would say people can't find a rental. They could purchase a property and pay a mortgage for less than renting.
Yes.
So as long as we've still got that equation, you're going to see the market favour the seller.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's all right then. So shall we get into our stats?
Yes.
I've got Canning Vale here. So at this minute, our median value is 682,000, which is an increase of 9.3, and we are seeing that graph go back up again.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Thornlie, median price there is 468, so that's an 8.6% increase. Days on market still just 15.
And your graph is going way up as well. So Thornlie's going well. Hasn't really been a dip.
Because there's a lot of investors, there's a lot of buyers looking within Thornlie and Gosnells.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. That's good for us. Southern River, we have median value of 618,000, median days on market 15. All right, so we're still going quick. We're still all within that fortnight, really. So everything's actually looking really good.
Yeah.
So perhaps, again, the media, everybody plays it down a little bit, but really in reality, prices are going up. We're okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there's not as much stock, but
because of the lack of stock, it's seeing the growth still there.
Great.
Yeah. So Gosnells up 7.7%.
Yep.
Median price 374. So it's good news all round.
Okay, well that's really good.
Yes.
All right. So tell us about some listings that you've got.
Okay. So
I haven't got any.
No.
I'm way too busy with helping you and the children and everything else.
Dancing. Yeah.
This time of the year takes over our lives. Tell me what you've got coming up.
Okay, so I've got 8 Jacobson Way in Thornlie.
Yeah.
It's a nice 3x1. It's very neat and tidy. It's got a semi-ensuite bathroom.
Okay.
So it's very well built for the age.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's not your average sort of layout, an average home. So that's going on the market from $429.
I think that's really cool. I think when you walk into a house that's very cookie cutter, looks like all the other houses, you kind of lose interest straight away. But when you've got a little bit of a different layout, those are the ones that do get more interest, I think. And
it's got a double garage, which is rare for a property of that era.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's going to sell straight away.
Okay.
And then we've got one for the investors.
Yes.
So unit 28, number 208.
Bearsland Drive. I love that one, yeah.
Addington. So that's on the market from $270,000. and good rent return. You could more than likely get about $340 to $360 per week.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, so 3x1 at the back of a complex, so it's nice and quiet down that end, and definitely suit investors. Or if you do want to move into it, the current tenant's lease expires towards the end of December.
Perfect. Great.
So a couple of good listings there.
Excellent. And you've got some that are just sold as well.
Yeah, we'll probably just talk about 19 Malone Court.
That was a beautiful property.
I always talk about this house.
It's a really property. Yeah, it's really great.
That was priced from $549. Not a big 4x2, but we did a lot of Facebook marketing, did a good video on that as well.
Yes.
Had about 100 people through the door. So huge numbers. So it was priced from $549 and we ended up selling for $570. So definitely still buyers out there.
Phenomenal result.
You present it well, you're going to get top dollar in this sort of market.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right, so our topic for today, we thought we would talk about some real estate terminology that might not be as popular or well known if you're not in the industry.
Just a few different words that people aren't sure what they mean.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a good idea just to run people through them.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, let's do it.
Okay.
Brick veneer.
Brick veneer. So most houses in WA are going to be double brick. So your internal walls are going to be brick as well as your outside walls. With brick veneer, your internal walls are normally gyprock. So it's not brick inside.
Okay.
So that's what brick veneer is.
All righty. Next one.
Under offer.
Under offer means the property has an offer on it. It has been accepted by the seller, subject to conditions, whether that's finance, building, termite. And then obviously once those conditions are met, then it goes to sold. But under offer means the seller cannot accept any more offers on that property.
Yes.
Fall over.
Yes, that's when one of those conditions don't come together.
Okay, and we fall over.
And we fall over and it goes back on the market.
Okay.
All right, so that's what the fall
We don't
over
like
is.
that one. We don't want to do that one.
No.
48-hour clause. This is a good one. Tell us.
So 48-hour clause. Normally, if a buyer puts an offer on a house subject to the sale of theirs, then it's quite complicated to explain. So people might not understand this.
Okay, but
so let's say this buyer puts an offer in on 1 Smith Street, but they need to sell their house. So 1 Smith Street can still market their property because it's subject to the sale of the other house.
That's right.
So while they're marketing it, if they get an offer on 1 Smith Street from another buyer, then the original buyer has 48 hours to make their offer unconditional or basically cash.
Yeah.
So that's what the 48-hour
clause is. So it can be a little tricky and, unfortunate for the others if they miss out, but it is on there. Yeah,
that's why if you're looking to buy a property but you need to sell, you're better off getting an offer on yours first. And then we don't have that scenario.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yes. So there's a few abbreviations as well.
Okay.
That you might come across. Yep. WC.
So that's actually another toilet. So it's a toilet.
So it stands for?
Water...
Closet.
Closet. Oh my gosh, I had a blank.
Which is quite strange. You go into a closet.
Water closet. I was like, chamber? It lost me for a second. So toilet, another toilet. So for example, like you might have 2 bathrooms plus a WC, like a powder room with just a separate toilet, that kind of a thing. So you might end up with 3 toilets or whatever. WC. All
right. BIR.
Built-in robes.
Yeah. You need a big built-in robe, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Online shopping that you like to do.
I've just moved half of our clothes into the kids' wardrobe. Anyway, built-in robe. Some of the older houses don't have them. No. So you've got to, either build them or bring in a wardrobe.
Yeah.
So although you sort of think that a built-in robe is just a standard, it's not.
Yes.
So I think it's important that when you do have built-in robes that we make sure everybody knows. CMA, current market analysis. So this is something that we do when we go out to appraisals. We bring with us a current market analysis that's basically looked at the property that we're going to appraise and compared it to other properties within the same area that are comparable.
So recent sales.
Compared to, if it's a 4x2, we're comparing it to 4x2, similar land size, things like that.
So if anyone wants a CMA on their property, we can easily do that for you and email that out.
Yeah, absolutely. No
Easy
problems
done.
there. Yep. What else we got, love?
MIP.
Mortgage in possession.
Mortgagee.
Mortgagee, I beg your pardon. So that actually means the bank owns the property.
Yeah, they repossess the home.
Yeah. So when you're purchasing a house like that, you're purchasing off the bank.
Yeah.
As opposed to a person as such.
FSBO.
FSBO is for sale by owner.
Yep. There's probably less of those, I reckon, around nowadays.
Yeah, I think because of the laws, and so many legislation, it's just, I can't speak obviously, but what I'm trying to say is it's too hard. It's too hard to sell your house by yourself because of all the changing legislation, the laws,
well, we would
contract
never
laws.
recommend it.
No, of course not.
No.
But that aside, I think it's too hard. There's too many things that could go wrong if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to end up kicked out of your house or whatever it ends up being. So
often when they're buying off the owner, they expect a lower price because they know the owner's not paying commission.
Or advertising or anything.
Either.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you throw some at me? I've put you under the spotlight.
Battle axe.
Battle axe. So that's when you've got an original parcel of land which has been subdivided, and the rear block, they often call that a battle axe block because you've got a driveway and then the land behind there. Mm-hmm. So it looks like a battle axe.
Mm-hmm. Front and back type situation.
Well, you got the driveway, which is the handle, and then the bit at the back.
Yeah.
The axe.
Got it.
Axe.
Survey strata.
So survey strata is when that original parcel of land has been subdivided. It then becomes survey strata 90% of the time, as opposed to built strata, where with a built strata, when it's subdivided, the units are built as part of the subdivision. Mm-hmm. But with survey strata, it's just the land that's subdivided, and you can basically build as you please. Mm-hmm. The only difference between a survey strata and green title is you've got a shared connection into the sewer. Okay.
I think that's important to know because that's really confusing.
Yeah.
Easement.
So typically an easement might be a drainage easement from the city of Gosnells, or a water court sewerage easement.
Yes.
They're the most common ones. So that might be a pipe that runs down the back of your house or down the side, and you can't build on top of an easement. They're typically 3 metres wide, thereabouts, so you can't put any permanent structure on top of that because that authority might need to come in and do a repair at some stage.
And they will move anything that's on top of it.
Well, they have the right to enter
do that.
the land.
And that is on your title.
Yes.
So it's not a secret. It is right there, clear as day, on the certificate of title.
Yes.
Caveat. Speaking of something else that's on the title.
Yes. So if a secondary party has an interest on your property, they can lodge a caveat. So you might owe someone some money that you're not telling me about. And then what they do, they put a caveat on the title so that when you go to sell, you have to pay them back.
Whatever that money is.
You can't settle without removing that caveat on the title.
Correct, yeah. So if you've got a few, you've got to pay everybody off. Yeah. And then,
caveat.
So it's quite serious. That's not just your average,
No.
$20 sort of situation. It's big.
No, it's not your afterpay.
No, it's not afterpay. It's credit card. Would a credit card go on there? No.
Probably not.
No.
I don't think so.
No, so it's quite a serious one. All right, and the last one I think we'll chat about today is a conjunction. Now, these aren't done that often anymore.
No, so as a listing rep of a property, if another salesperson from another office have a buyer and they want to bring them through, we call that a conjunction. It used to be popular 15 years ago or even beyond that. They used to do a lot of conjunctions, but nowadays, not so many, very rare. Mm-hmm. And then the rep from the other office gets paid a portion out of your selling fee.
If they write the offer.
Yeah. So back in the day when I first started, we used to give the conjuncting rep 1.2% of the sale price. Now it's come down to about 0.5%. So that's probably why there's no conjunctions, because you don't get much money out of it.
Fair enough. So it's all about that.
It's all about money for these reps.
Some of them.
Yes.
All right, cool. That's great. Done. Lovely. Next month will be right in the middle of December, so just before Christmas. So we'll be able to wrap up the year in terms of real estate and look over the last 12 months and what's happened and look into 2023.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's still plenty of time left this year.
Yes.
And if you do want to sell, still a good time to put it on, even though we've got Christmas.
We're working the whole way through, aren't we? So no, you're with. That's true.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Bye.